Hi guys, how are you? Today I want to talk about a very special topic. Since we are going through this crazy time globally, the pandemic, the famous pandemic, I really wanted to talk about friendships because throughout this pandemic, I've experienced so many things about friendships, people that I've known for so long, people I've known for 2 days. And I wanted to share some tips or some insights into things I've learned about friendships. One thing I want to say is that when it comes to friends, choose wisely. The reason why I know this, everyone says this to you, but choose wisely. The reason why I want to talk about this is because we live in a time where there's so many fake people all over social media, all over, some people wants to be your friends just for Instagram, for example. There's so many fake people out there. So choose your friends wisely and be very selective. Another thing I want to focus on is, this is an advice that my dad always gave me, and it's true, it's so true. As I get older, I learned that this is so true. No matter how long you know a person, it doesn't mean you know them. Which means, he always said, it doesn't matter how long you know a person, it's how much you know them. For example, I have a lot of childhood friends. I love them, I respect them. I grew up with them. We did everything together. We traveled together as family, friends, and all of that. But when it comes to real life, challenges and options, I cannot count on them. They're not serious enough. So it doesn't matter how long you know the person, 18 years, 25 years, whatever. It's how much you know them. And we disagree all the time because we just don't align. Our brains don't align. Any friendship that needs maintenance means, if you are a friend with someone and you feel that you have to see them every day in order to maintain a friendship, this is not a good friendship. A good friendship, you will never need to maintain it in a way if I don't go see them, they will forget about me, or they will hate me, or they think of me this way. I have friends I haven't seen, one of my good friends, I haven't seen her since November last year. Trust me, even though we talk maybe once every month or every 2 weeks, we just pick up where we left off. And that's true friendship, because she respects me that I'm busy, and she respects the fact that we're going through a pandemic and I can't risk my health or her own health and her family's health by going and doing all of this. Plus it's against the law. It's not acceptable, and I have to be a responsible citizen. I also think when you, from my experience, I learned that loyalty is very important. I prefer and I love friends who have so much loyalty and ethics in their loyalty and integrity. Loyalty is more important than anything else for me. Why? Because I know I have friends that I don't talk to anymore right now. They've hurt me so bad. Honestly, they've hurt me so bad that I'm okay with not sharing their secrets or sharing things that they confide in me, because it says so much about me, not them. And I believe loyalty demands respect. And even if you don't agree with them anymore and you don't talk to them anymore, it doesn't give me the right to go and disclose their secrets, especially when they've shared it with me in time of need or when they were going through bad time. I don't disregard these situations lightly, because they're important times, even if we are no longer friends. It's very important. Another tip I've learned is that, guys, quality over quantity. I see friends who go out and they have 25 friends out and 60 people here and there. Honestly, look at me. I'm 35 years old. I know a lot of people, it's probably hundreds of people. But my close friends are very selective. I can count them with my fingers. This is how selective I am. And this has nothing to do with myself being popular or the cool girl, or no. it's me being selective who I spend quality time with. And I appreciate that about people who are around me, because they do the same. I've actually lost a lot of friends for being honest. But I'd rather lose a friend for being honest than just lie to their face. For example, a lot of my friends come to me for advice or come to me for situations in business or personal. And I don't shy away from being honest. And sometimes my honesty hurts them. And I know it does, but I have to say it. If they trust my opinion and they respect my opinion, especially based on experiences, I have to give it to them. I have to tell them the truth. And sometimes they get upset and they leave me and they don't talk to me for a week, for a month, for a year. But I know for a fact, because this already happened to me multiple times, they come back realizing that I had their back. And I was honest with them. I was not telling them what they wanted to hear. And it's very important in good friendship to focus on these things. Another important tip I learned is that when you have good friends around you, you know that they will always look at you from their eyes, not the eyes of other people around them, the influence of others. For example, I have a friend and my other friend comes to me all the time saying, oh, she said this, she said that. I hate this gossip. I hate it. And I stop her immediately and say, listen, I don't have time for this. However, what I like about my other friend and also myself is that I won't change the way I look at them because people told me some stuff about them. I will be the judge of that based on my connection with them, based on my, experiences with them, based on my judgment. And I can only control my own judgment, not other people's judgment. So I don't change my views on people unless I have bad experience with them. I don't let other people change the way I look at them. Also, another thing I learned throughout these years, if you have a best friend and you have another friend who's not a best friend, but close friend, but not a best friend, if that person is jealous because you have another best friend, eliminate. Because a true friend will not be jealous if you have another friend who is considered your best friend. It's not a competition. It's just be nice. As I mentioned, respecting people's privacy is very important as well. As a friend, you have to respect people's privacy, especially your close friends. And I have a lot of friends that I've known for years, and we call each other family, but I always respect their privacy. I don't show up in their house without, for example, telling them I'm coming. Like some people do that. Like, it's funny, but it's true. Also, things I learned through the pandemic, and also before the pandemic, to be honest, is that there are friends who are attention seekers. They will do whatever it takes to be the center of attention. I've been in a situation where a friend have actually used and abused the fact that we're going through a pandemic to turn people against each other. Why? Because he or she understood that we are not connected as much, like we're not in touch as much, we can't visit. It's hard on everyone. Everyone is going through a very tough time, either depression or feeling lonely or dealing or coping with stress and anxiety from working from home. It's not an easy thing. But those attention seekers actually use this to manipulate and abuse those individuals because they are vulnerable. They know that they need people around them. Some people love having people around them, and I do the same. But it's so sad to see that people use that as an advantage to get just attention, and it's really horrible. Last advice I want to give is that sometimes you have to walk away from friendships, even though it hurts you and it hurts the other person, but it's a learning experience for you and the other person. Because when you walk away from a friendship because someone is being rude or listening to others and not really thinking for themselves and making scenarios about you without really listening to you, and they only wants to listen from one side of the story, then it's best to just leave that friendship, because time will come by and that person or that individual will know that who is the true friend. That's what I'm gonna say. So these are my like tips and insights that I've learned about friendship. I have so many, but I wanted to highlight those. I hope you guys can share your insights and tips about friendships. Yeah, it's a very short video, so thank you for listening.